Madam Speaker, I rise to present before this August House the revised estimates for 2013-14 and the estimated receipts and expenditure for 2014-15. सादिक हूँ अपने कौल में गालिब खुदा गवाह, सादिक हूँ अपने कौल में गालिब खुदा गवाह, लिखता हूँ सच की झूठ की आदत नहीं मुझे. The estimates for 2014-15 are for the whole year, but at present I seek from the August House a vote on account sufficient to cover the estimated expenditure for the first 4 months of the fiscal. The honorable members are aware that the requirement for the remaining part of the year would be voted later separately. This is my made-on budget under the inspiring guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister and Chairperson UPA, Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji, to whom I am grateful for the responsibility entrusted to me. I also wish to profusely thank the Finance Minister for his continued support and encouragement to the railways, underlined further by his recent gesture of providing additional budgetary support for meeting pressing requirement of few national projects during the current fiscal. Madam Speaker, the name of the Indian Railways evokes a fond childhood memories amongst all of us who have grown with this beautiful system. Railways influence all aspects of our lives and untiringly carry people and materials to every nook and corner of the country. Its role in national integration by providing low-cost connectivity from Kashmir to Kanyakumari on one hand and Arunachal, Mizoram and Tripura to Gujarat on other. This is unparalleled. As an organization, railwaymen take pride in serving the nation, braving snow, torrential rains, floods, desert storms on the one hand and misdirected public or terrorism wrath on the other. Madam, I have hardly spent 8 months with railways, but I confess that I have an inner feeling of lifelong association. It is my firm view that this pan-Indian organization needs careful nurturing to help it better serve the people and play its role in building the nation. During my short stewardship of Indian Railways, I have been flooded with requests for few new projects of new lines, gauge conversion, doubling and new factories, new trains and suggestions for improving the services of the system. While railways continue to deliver services ungrudgingly in spite of constraints of resources, both physical and financial, it is high time that we take a serious note of its urgent investment and other needs. Railways are a strong engine of development and help mainstreaming our citizens in less developed areas of the country. Therefore, it is critical for railways itself to be restored to a more central place in the national planning. As the UPA 2 government completes its 5 years journey in May this year, it is time to take stock of Indian Railways achievements, and I also lay the roadmap for the organization. I would like to share some of the key recent initiatives which have led to build up confidence of our countrymen and instilled a sense of pride among us, a committed railway workforce of about 14 lakhs in persons. A national project, Kashmir, which witnessed a major landmark last June when 11.2 kilometer long tunnel linking Benial with Kazipur in the valley became operational. The tunnel, which is an engineering marvel, has reduced the distance from 35 kilometers to 17.5 kilometers, provides an all-season means of transport for the local population and is providing a boon for inhabitants. Also, a construction of Udhampur-Katra section which will enable lakhs of pilgrims from all over the country to reach foothills to Vaishnav Devi shrine directly has been completed and trial runs have started. We expect to run passenger service up to Katra Vaishnav Devi very shortly. During the 11th plan period, the targets for new lines, doubling and electrification were exceeded. Railways completed 2,207 kilometers of new lines against a target of 2,000. Doubling of 2,758 kilometers against 2,500 kilometers. And electrification of 4,556 kilometers against a target of 4,500 kilometers. During the 12th five-year plan period, Indian Railways infrastructure will further expand to reach the hinterland and frontiers of our nation. Similarly, rolling stock acquisition also surpassed the target. 64,875 wagons were acquired against the target of 62,000. Total of 1,288 diesel locos were produced against 1,019 and 1,218 electrical locos against a target of 1,205. Initiatives taken for construction of two dedicated freight corridors on eastern and western routes would lead to strategically critical capacity augmentation and would involve construction of dedicated freight lines to carry predominantly coal and steel on eastern corridor and containers on the western corridor. Dedicated freight corridor is an innovation in rail transport in India and will reduce the transit time to about half of the present levels. The capacity released by freight trains could then be used for running more passenger trains at higher speed in a need-based manner. This initiative would also offer a significant reduction of greenhouse gas emissions in transport sectors of India. Railways successfully met the heavy impact of Sixth Pay Commission in full during the period of total additional payout, including areas from 1st January 2006, has been more than rupees 1 lakh crore till now. Significantly, unlike other segments of the government, Railways met the additional expenditure within its own means from its own earnings. The huge requirement did cause some hardships, but the organization successfully overcome them and emerged stronger significantly. But for the additional financial burden caused by the Pay Commission, the resources position of railways would have been correspondingly that much healthier. Extension of rail connectivity to the northeastern states has been a focus area of our government of bringing prosperity of these areas and also strengthen the national integration. I am happy to inform the August House that as a result of additional financial support provided to the railways at the instance of the Honorable Prime Minister, we are now on the course of convert the strategically important 510 kilometer long Rangia-Murkol Sek meter gauge line to broad gauge within this financial year. The capital of Arunachal Pradesh would soon be on trial map in this financial year, as Harmuti Nahar Lagoon new line is expected to be commissioned shortly. The state of Meghalaya is also all set to come on the railway map in this financial year, as Dudhnoi Mendi Patar new line is going to complete it by March 2014. Expansion of railway network during the year completed 1,532 kilometers of new line, doubling gauge conversion against a revised target of 1,525 kilometers. Sections committed in 2013 and 14 include a new lines, gauge conversion, doubling. All the details I have given that should be taken as read. And apart from that, 3 new factories, that is a rail wheel factory in district Chapra, rail coach factory at Raebareli, and diesel component factory at Dhankuni have become functional and commissioned productions. And I congratulate the persons who have taken this task in my department. Especially a designate coaches for adverse weather conditions have been inducted for rail travel in the lighter wagons with capability of carrying extra payload and higher speed potential up to 100 kmph have been developed. And Madam, Indian Railways had formulated policy Unigauge in the year 1992. And then Finance Minister, now our Prime Minister, Sri Manmohan Singh Ji, to convert selected meter, narrow gauge roads, broad gauge to avoid transparent, improve rolling stand, achieve higher throughput and faster development. I am happy to report that total 19,214 kilometers of non-broad gauge lines have been converted to broad gauge. People in the several states, including these things. So I lay the entire speech on the table of the House. Last para I will read, Madam. Just the Madam, as I come to the end of my speech, valuable words of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru come to my mind. A great national state-owned organization like the Railways is not only an asset of importance, but a great responsibility. It can only be run with the fullest cooperation. Those engaged in it, keeping in view always the good of the public as well as good of those engaged in serving the public through this work. In the words of famous philosopher, social reformer, Kalabeda, Kolabeda, Husiya Nudiya Beda, Muniya Beda, Annarige Asaya Padabeda, Tanna Bandisabeda, Idara Haliyalu Beda, Ide Antarangada Suddhi, Ide Bhairingada Suddhi, Adu Allade, with thou shall not steal nor kill, nor speak lie, and energy with no one, anger with no one, neither scorn other man, and never glorify thyself and insult others. These are the means to inward purity. With these words, Madam, I command the interim railway budget for 14-15 to the August House.
Supplementary.
Madam, I beg to present a statement showing the supplementary demands for grants in respect of budget railways for 13 and 14.
Shabash, sir, shabash. बहुत अच्छा.
Madam Speaker, with your kind permission, I beg to lay on the table of the House the statement regarding the status of implementation consideration of recommendations contained in the 69th and 77th reports of the Standing Committee on Finance on demands for grants 2013-14 pertaining to the Ministry of Planning.
The House stands adjourned.